What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck? Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome to Mardu.
Hello everyone and welcome into the show. Welcome on in, each and every one of you leaders, each and every one of you followers, and each and every one of you weird snake naga creatures, because I think those things are pretty cool. I always like the snakes. I always like the nagas. If you're a naga out there, rise up. Hashtag rise up nagas. This is, of course, the Mardu Minute. It is a weekly Magic the Gathering podcast about the sealed arena gauntlet league that we know, we love, we play in. I am your host with the most, your Don John DeMarco, your Goku or go home. I am a 3-time top 8er, a 2-time league winner, and 1 time I did a thong song parody, but that was last week, and this is this week. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get to Khans of Tarkir news. War is a brewing and infighting galore, brother against brother. It is happening. It has become. We are looking at some crazy Khans matches this week coming up, and we are seeing some clear front runners so far. Jeskai is really taking the lead with 90 total points. Closest team behind them only has 74. Jeskai is boasting an astounding 60% win rate. Oh my gosh. Is that even fair? Is that even fair? How do you do that? 60%? That's crazy. That is wild. Jordan, the Enlightened Master, is bringing his team together, but not too far behind are the Sultai, led by Adam, Golden Fang, Wisma. But will he be a leader by the end of the next week? We do not know. We will have to find out as all things are coming to a head. Jack Helm Smasher Rakic is losing control. Or might lose control, might not. We'll have to find out. There's a lot of important matches coming up this week. The Khans matches, the first week of them. This is who's playing. It looks like we are going to have Maxime playing up against Adam S. Jordan against Dan A. James M. is going to be playing against Caleb. Jack H. Rakic against Steve T. Strout. And then Eric S. against Sawyer. These could all change. There's still a couple games left to play. Not a lot, actually. Way to go, everyone. It's Thursday, about 6:13, and looks like most of the games are played. Looks like we got a nice little chunk of games played. And, yeah, it's looking like a nice even split at the bottom as far as, people at colors that aren't doing well. Colors spread throughout this clan league. But man, a lot of blue at that top. And that is your Khans of Tarkir news. Let's go ahead and trigger prowess.
Let's trigger prowess.
That's right, we are triggering prowess this week, and this is your current top 8 for Khans of Tarkir League Week 1. Maxime R. Tassiger, welcome back, Maxime, with a bang, 5-0. Jordan M. J.M. Tron, 5-0, and Dan A. the beat-down bringer with the 5-0. Those are your 3 5-0s on the week. Right behind them, we have James M. Soul Ring, Jack H. Rakic, Jaden M. Mononic Device, Jesse R. Zephyr, and Steve T. Strout. What a stacked top we've got right now. And, Khans, I'm loving Khans. I'm so excited for these Khans matches. I was a little worried because I kept comparing them to champion matches, and I'm like, it's not the same. It's not as good. But, you're telling me Dan A. 5-0 against Jordan M. 5-0 ain't a champion match? Come on. Or Maxime against Adam? These are going to be great games, great players, great decks. I can't wait to see them. I wonder if anyone's going to defer. I wonder if that's going to happen. We'll see. But, yeah, I'm excited for these matches to happen. And I want to know. I hope they happen soon. I'm already so impatient. I don't want to wait till the end of the week, mid of the week, to find out who the new Khans are. because also I got to invite him on the show, and I got to invite you on the show, so I got to know who's in charge, right? I got to know. But I'm so excited for these cons matches that are coming up. We've gotten one pool swap so far. Miranda swapped with Preston. I am Preston B. Vorbis. First pool swap. Will we get another? Will we get more? I don't know. I've thought about it. I've talked about it in my interview this week. And I don't know. I kind of want to, but also I don't know that I'm ready to give up on my deck just yet. And I don't know. It's fun. I'm watching all the games out there. I'm loving the cons gameplay. Yeah, the rares are a little busted and they can be a little swingy. But, I mean, there's a lot of rares and a lot of them are swingy. So there's a good chance that everyone's got at least one in their deck, right? But haven't been Dune Blasted yet. We'll keep an eye on the Dune Blast count, but have not been Dune Blasted just yet. Well, let's go ahead and let's talk to someone in the league, a con, as we delve a little deeper.
Ever they delve deeper, down into the dark. And that is where they found it.
That is right. This week I am talking to Mardu clan leader. This is the Mardu Minute. Jack H. Racket comes on the show, talks about Mardu clan, talks about teamwork, talks about leadership. And if you're trying to be a con out there, I implore you to look up to Jack and what he has done for the Mardu crowd. Let's go ahead and listen to that interview now. All right, everyone, join me as we delve a little deeper this week with none other than Jack H, a.k.a. Rakic. Welcome to the show, Rakic.
Thanks for having me back.
Hey, thanks for coming back. You know, you made a big splash early on. You got to be the Mardu Khan, the Mardu leader, and that's why you're here. And I want to say you're doing a great job, oh leader, you, as a Mardu underling. I appreciate you.
I'm glad to have the opportunity. Definitely it's fun of helping everyone out, getting everyone hyped, all that good stuff.
Hey, you're building some good decks, and you've got your own little Mardu community there. I love how we all rushed to get our games really fast on Friday. I thought that was fun, although not planned in any way. I think it just worked out that way. It was pretty fun.
Mardu style.
It is. We do really embody. Not only do we play our games fast, but I want to say 90% of our players have a Butcher of the Horde in their pool somewhere. It's just they're everywhere.
Yeah, I really think that should be restricted to just us. Like, I'd give up my Jeskai cards if we could only have Butcher of the Hordes. Like, that'd be perfect.
That would be cool, but then we would have to give up our Dune Blasts to the Abzan, and I don't know if I want to do that.
Oh, I don't know. They need the help.
Hey, you gotta love the zingers as everyone like is changing places and making fun of the teams that aren't doing well, and of course the teams that are doing well, which it's been kind of a back and forth this first week to about what clan's on top, what clan is not.
Oh yeah, it's exciting to see the numbers going back and forth. I'm excited. We've been pretty much riding 50% win rate all the way, which granted, that's not bad. 50%, putting us in third right now. So I'm not too mad about that.
Hey, it's also it's week one. I mean, it's things change so much. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a 6-week tournament. We got a lot more games to win, and we're gonna do it at a quick Mardu like pace.
Absolutely, we are.
So this is your first time in a family league, and you get to be, a faction leader. I'd like to know how you're handling that responsibility. What are you doing with it, and how's it going?
Yeah, so first off, I just want to say I'm up against 38 top eights and 6 league wins combined from the other cons. 4 of the most decorated players in the league leading the other clans. So I'm grateful to have the opportunity, but my stats don't kind of, at least not yet, my stats don't speak for themselves. So in my role as the Mardu Khan, I'm trying to get everyone hyped, give as much deck building advice, play testing as I can, kind of just fill in that role of an active leader, since I kind of don't have the stats to back up my I don't have the reputation yet.
Hey, just because you don't have the stats yet doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be there. It didn't take Tom Brady long to win his first Super Bowl, and then they just kept coming. Uh,
True.
it's like there's a reason why you are where you are. Even right now, what, in the top 8 right now. I mean, come on, you're backing it up with your play too. So,
True.
and speaking of, you got a cons match coming. Do you know who you're playing yet? Do you? I know you've been scout. I know you're sweating this cons match.
Yeah, currently it's our league committee member Steve who's rocking top of our standings right now, although um Duncan M is currently at 3-1, and if he wins his last match, he'll be ahead of Steve. So my best guess is it'll be one of those two coming up to challenge me.
One of the two rules gurus of
Yeah.
the server.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be a tough match for sure. I'm looking forward to it. The cons matches are gonna be good matches regardless of who wins. Like I'm excited to play some good opponents.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I mean, I'm hyped. I mean, it sucks that our two best players are going to have to play each other. Like you're both 4-1. It's like, well, one of you's going to be 4-2. Uh, but at the same time, yeah, I want to watch these games. It's going to be good magic. It's going to be good players. It's going to be good decks. There's going to be tension and like what happens if Steve wins? How does Steve change uh how the clan is being run? Or does he not do anything? Does he just go, yep, yeah, okay, we'll keep going? Or does he have a serious sit down? All right, everybody, we're done with that. New rule, do it this way or get out. The Steve way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not worried about the match itself. Win or lose, our clan's in good hands. I would be perfectly fine following one of those two. Obviously, I like being con. I'm going to keep it as long as I can, but passing the leadership off to Steve or Duncan would not be the worst thing in the world.
No, I don't think so. No, and again, and I'll follow you, my Lord Emperor, for as long as I can. You have my sword, you have my heart, you have my deck. Okay.
I'm excited. I will try and hang on to con as long as possible.
Hey, I'm rooting for you. I can't wait to see that game. How's that getting set up? Is it like, I guess as soon as everybody's played, and then you set that up for like first game of the week? You
I'm
make
not
it last
actually,
game?
yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be first game of the week. I know it's supposed to be streamed. Um, but yeah, I don't know if it's going to be first game, last game. Maybe we'll do a gentleman's first game just so like no extra punishment packs are added kind of deal.
I like it. I know they want you to use the feature matches if you can. So maybe that's what the play is. I guess we'll keep your eyes and ears peeled for the end of the week when we start learning more about how these con matches are going to be. Because I want to watch them. I need to know in advance when and where. That's what I need to know because I want to watch.
Oh yeah, it'll be some great matches for sure. I'm excited to see the other four clans play theirs.
Oh yeah, me too. I want to see infighting over there. I'm happy with what's going on in Mardu, but I want to watch the other teams crash and burn under bad leadership. And right now, I think they're all pretty solid. So we need some players to step up with some good decks, but some bad ideas, and see what happens. Okay.
Run them into the ground. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. New player, some new player with some really wild idea. Come on in and just go crazy with it. Have fun. So let's talk cons. I've noticed, and tell me if I'm wrong. Um, you were not around for original cons. Am I correct?
Yeah, I asked Jordan last week. I was like, any tips for the whippersnappers? And unfortunately, I was out of luck because he's also a whippersnapper. But yeah, I didn't. I started drafting the block after cons, so I didn't get to see much of that format at all. So this is my first time really jumping into the format.
What are your thoughts? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? I want the Rakdos Simic uh breakdown.
Yeah, it's it's certainly let me put it this way. 2014 format, excellent. Peak format for 2014. Of course, when you compare it to today's formats, it certainly doesn't hold up as well as some people say. I really don't mind it. It really is revolutionary for its time, like what they did with a three color format like that. And playing it now, it's certainly not disappointing. it's no March Machines, but what is, right?
Oh yeah, March
Um,
Machines is well,
but I've been having a good time with it. It's really interesting to play around morphs like that. That really warps the entire format. It's just that one morph mechanic.
it's a fun guessing game, you know?
Yeah, it kind of is. It's a lot of random chance, but there is strategy that goes behind it, I'm sure. Most people know the morph rule by now, and kind of guessing, oh, did my opponent play the first morph the better one? Is the second one the better one? Which one do I put my debilitating injury on? Is it going to lose me the game?
Yeah, and then it's like you kill the Murph and or more if you see it's just like the monastery flock. You're like, oh no, I wasted my spell on the bad one.
Got the wrong one, yeah.
What did I do? And then they flip up, a Sagu Mauler, and you're like, oh man, there we
Yeah,
go.
I had a tough game where I killed a morph and it was just some like random vanilla creature, and then they flipped the master pearls on me. I was like, I definitely got the wrong one. Uh, but yeah, it definitely leads to some interesting board states and like fun guessing games.
Yeah, it leads to some bad mana bases and it leads to some long, slow games, but I love it. I'm a big Hans fan.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I've been enjoying it. So I'm glad that you have too, even though I have noticed a trend in the people that weren't around for it originally aren't really crazy in love with it now that it's here. They enjoy it, but I don't know. I still think it's an all timer. I'm having a blast, even though I'm 2-3 and starting a little slow this week.
Yeah, I guess I kind of I'm used to a lot of the more traditional formats where like every common card does like six things.
Yeah,
And it's kind of nice to step back and just appreciate like I can play a 4 mana like 3/4 and it does nothing and like I'm okay with that.
I can play a 4 mana 1/4 with lifelink and it's fine.
Yeah.
Like it's we're not doing anything crazy here until stuff starts to get crazy. And then you're treasure cruising, you're drawing a bunch of cards, you're secret plansing, you're there's some fun stuff to do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think we are time to move. I think it's ready to move to our questions from the league. They never disappoint, our questions here, Rakik, and we got some good ones for you this week. Miranda would like to know, who are you most afraid of going to usurp you? What has your leadership style been? And do you see anyone else that would make a good con?
Yeah. So I want to put one thing to rest real quick. Us Mardu members, we don't use the word afraid. We're
That's
not afraid here.
true.
There's no fear going around.
No.
Now, if the question might have been, who do I expect is most likely to usurp me? I can answer that. Um, yeah, and I really think that right off the bat, Steve is a pretty good candidate for taking me out. Um, I've played some practice matches against his deck, and I did win, but it was close. And he has 4-1, so he's got a good shot at participating in that con match. But granted, I think he'll make a great leader. I think most of the members in our clan will make a good leader. We've had a lot of involved new players. I think would do totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it came to it and I lost a con match, I'd be more than happy to hand off leadership to probably about 75% of our clan. Um, I really think that most of the Marty members would make just a good leader as I am.
Look at this man. Here he is saying that, oh, well, he believes in us. He believes in the Mardu clan. This is the Mardu minute. And
Marty
I
clan,
believe in us.
yeah. As far as leadership style, it's been really I kind of want to just be the hype man. I want to get everyone excited, play their matches, have fun. Um, and of course, there's been lots of strategy talk, deck building help. Our deck building channel's been super active. I love to see a lot of new folks stepping in with that too. Um, but really, I just want to get everyone excited. I want to have everyone having a good time because that's how you keep people invested. And especially for the newer players, I want to see them next league. If they have a good time with this league, they'll be back.
Yeah. Especially these team leagues. It's real easy to build it's easy to build a community here on the server because everyone's so nice. But then when we break off, we really get to be personable with these new players and each other. It's like I'm gonna always be Mardu forever. You know, like in a year when we're doing other leagues and other things, I'll remember who was Mardu, like I remember who was a Riveteer, and like I remember who was in Lorehold.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know, like we will always be bonded as Mardu brothers. You know, from now and to forever.
Oh,
For
absolutely.
and I hope, well, I hope one day to be con. We'll see if it happens.
Hey, you still got 4 more weeks to make that happen.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I hope so. I hope I at least get a shot at it. This question's for Bob. I think this is a great one. Why do you play your games so fast during the week? What do you do with all your extra time? I have the same problem, Jack. I also play my games very fast in the week. So I wonder if your answer is the same as mine.
Yeah, every week I'm excited to play. Like Friday hits and I'm like, I get 5 matches of League. This is awesome. And then I jam through them all and I'm like, man, it's 6 more days until I can play League again. This sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, it's definitely impulse control. I love the League. I want to play my matches. I want to jam Magic. Super fun. Then I run out and I'm like, I should have waited. I now have all week I can't play matches. Um, Definitely it's just I'm super excited to play them.
I'm the same way. I'm impatient. Friday rolls around, it's 5 o'clock. I'm sitting around. It's like, well, why not? Why shouldn't I be playing my games right now? You know, like, and then it's just like I play one, and when I lose, I reload the deck. I go again. I just play till I'm done. Like, okay, but yeah, I just can't stay away. But then I'm with you. I'm stuck for 5 6 days sitting around going, man, uh, guess I got to play some practice games and tweak this deck or whatever. You know.
I know, yeah, it's like, what do I do now? Um, yeah, and I understand from a strategic point that it's better to wait until Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when all the sharks are gone. But yeah, I can't wait that long.
You are the shark, my man. That's the thing. You know, you are the shark. That's the mentality. You're that Friday night shark, and the other people they're queuing into you. Okay.
Hey, it seems to be that way so far.
Well, what do you like to do with all your extra time that you get from playing your Magic games so fast?
I wish I had a good answer. Honestly, just watching other people play their Magic games.
Oh, it's so fun. I love it.
I graduated recently, so I've kind of had a lot of extra free time, which is nice.
Congrats.
But especially with Cons League too, there's a lot to do. You can watch other people play matches, you can deck build help, you can just hype people up, give strategy advice. Like there's a lot to do in this league that's nice. And I found kind of with other leagues where it was just individual, I'd play my 5 matches and then just kind of like bum around for a while, like I don't have anything to do.
Yeah, you're right there. As I check the leagues. Like every time I look at the Discord now, it's like, oh, someone said doing something in general chat. Oh, someone said something in the Mardu Discord. Oh, there's a bunch of new stuff everywhere. You know, like
Yeah.
uh, get in there, get involved, get in the server, get in your Mardu server, get in Cody's super secret server, get in all of them.
Yep. Shout out to Cody's Secret server for those of you that don't know. I'm sure he'll post a link at some point. Check it out. Great server. Lots of fun.
Yep, it's a secret, but you should be there.
Yep. Super secret, but not secret enough that you shouldn't join.
Miranda with a double question this week. Adding up to Bob's question, do you do things in your daily life exceptionally fast? Are you kind of a speed demon?
Actually, no. I'm in my daily life, I'm more of a procrastinator. I will wait. I'll do things last minute. Um, yeah, no, I'm not a very fast person in real life. I'm much more of a procrastinator, do things last minute kind of guy, which is
That's funny.
interesting. It's very different than my league play style.
But then it's time for league, and oh, here's Bob coming in hot and fast with the Rakdos deck.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Great question from Duncan, who may be coming after you for your con spot, but hey, he's gonna tee up for a nice one before he does. What is a place on the earth that you would like to visit, ignoring political and financial difficulties?
Yeah, I love this question. I haven't done a whole lot of traveling. I haven't even been outside the US ever. Um, but a place I'd really like to visit is Japan. Um, it's such a very like culturally rich place.
Hmm.
Um, and like amazing cities, beautiful landscape. Like it's just a place I've always wanted to go for a while. Um, Probably being an anime fan a little bit, helps with
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a place I've always wanted to go. And a friend of mine recently took a trip there and brought me back some stuff. I was like, I have to go. This is like the coolest place ever.
Oh, yeah. I I'd love to go to Japan. What a cool place. What a great answer. You go see some crazy arcades. Go do some. There's so much stuff. You eat like I assume like some of the best food in the world. It's beautiful. It's so cool. And yeah, you find some cool Goku stuff to bring back. Why not?
Oh, I'd be worried if I traveled there. I just wanted to leave. It's just like I'm moving here now, actually. Not going back.
Oh man, go get some cool Japanese magic promo cards or something. Ah, so cool. Um, Joaquin E. Diabolic Machine would like to know what is your favorite land?
Yeah, this is actually the question I thought about the longest
Yeah,
out of all these
this is
questions.
a tough one, I think.
There's a lot of lands. There's like 900 something lands. And I was like, I gotta pick one of these. Um, I narrowed it down to three answers. I hope three answers is okay.
Okay, oh yeah, yeah, three answers is fine.
So my first answer is Lotus Field.
Okay, I like that one. That's a fun one.
It's a very like it's a unique land. It's cool. There's a lot of like nice interactions. You like I'm sure you've seen the Pioneer deck that like ta untaps the Lotus Field like 50 times.
Oh yeah,
Um, I just find that the interactions with that land are like always really cool, and also it's nice art. But I love the kind of stuff you can do with like a land that taps for 3 mana.
yeah. It's a fun breakable combo little piece.
Um, my second answer is not necessarily a land, but a cycle of lands, which
Okay,
is original Ravnica bounce lands. Um, the the ones that enter tapped and you return a land to your hand and they tap for blue or green, for example. Um, I really like that cycle of lands because um draft purposes, um, I think they're really neat that you can kind of just stick card advantage to like a land.
yeah,
Um, and just be able to run less lands in your deck because you have those bounce lands that kind of count as like an extra land drop almost. Which I think is a really fun drafting mechanic. And I also don't know how they ever got printed at common in original Ravnica Cycle. That seems insane. Um, but yeah, I love those lands to kind of just like hit more land drops without taking up more slots in your deck, which is kind of fun.
yeah.
I wish they would get printed in standard again. I think that'd be fun. Um, and then my final answer is Dark Depths.
Ooh, I love it.
I love a good Dark Depths. I remember seeing that card like 2013, right when I started playing. I was like, that's a 2020. That is the best creature that's ever I've never seen something that big. That's so good. Um, I eventually realized you gotta put 30 mana into the card to make it happen.
Yeah,
Um, but no, I love Dark Depths. I love the cheeky thespian stage combos where you just pop a 2020 out of nowhere. Like that's so cool.
yeah. I agree. I love the weird like my land's now a 2020 flying indestructible big giant creature token thing, and there's so many combos with it. There's so many different ways to do it now too, which I think is so cool. So, yeah, that's awesome. I love me some Dark Depths.
Fun that it's like an actual viable deck too in Legacy. Like people play that in Eternal formats and it's like a good deck. Like that's cool.
That's so funny. Oh, cool. What great choices. Yeah, Lotus Field. That's man, that's a really fun one. Dark Depths.
I love the question too because I'm a lands guy at heart. I love lands.
Yeah, I mean there's so many lands that do so many different things. I think it's tough to whittle it down and pick just one. And oh man, yeah, what great choices. What great answers. Yeah, Raphael F. Prudent would like to know, do you have a favorite league controversy? And if you don't, is there anything you would like to see in a future league?
Yeah, favorite league controversy. There's this big one going around recently where like everyone signs up for the league, puts their $10 in, and then this like Jordan M guy just wins it all. Like, what's up with that? I mean, like, gotta be some sort of league committee strings going on, right? Like, I don't know.
I
Uh,
I was looking at his win percentage the other day, and it was like made me feel so bad about myself.
it's like 67 or 68 or something.
It's
It's insane.
insane.
No, I'm not a big like drama controversy kind of guy. Um, and I'm not sure I've even been here long enough to experience real league controversy. Um, so unfortunately for Raf and any of the other people that wanted me to spill some tea, there is none to spill.
Raph just
Um,
wants you to say your favorite controversy has something to do with him, but
yeah.
he hasn't been controversial in so long now that people forgot that Raph was even a controversial figure. You know?
True. I mean, to be fair, the one big league controversy I sat through was the whole thing where he would like play his brawl matches as like non-brawl matches in Lord of the Rings. And I remember
Classic
that being,
Raph
like a big
killed
deal back.
Stips.
Yeah, I remember that being a pretty big deal back then. But that was still my first league. I didn't like know what was happening. It's like, is this a commonplace for the league? Uh, but something I'd like to see in a future league, especially with Karlov Manor coming up. I've been calling it Markov Manor the whole time. It's not on Innistrad, it's Ravnica. Finally got that down.
It's so
Um,
funny. I did the same thing earlier today, and I didn't even realize that until right now.
they really should have made them sound less similar. Like, I don't know what they're thinking. But I think it would be cool to have some sort of like hidden criteria, like especially with the Karlov Manor coming up, like some X amount of like hidden murderers and targets. Like I think that would be a neat league design.
hmm
I think something like that happened in Midnight Hunt, was it, where there were like hidden werewolves? Was that a thing?
We've done hidden werewolves, yes, where uh it was like a third of the league were werewolves, and if half of them got into the top eight, they won. That was a thing. It was a okay league, but people figured it out. They people are too
Yeah.
smart. They algorithmed it and figured out who all the werewolves were.
Yeah, but I think it would be neat to have at least some sort of like hidden information or a hidden team that only you know about. I think that would be just a very neatly designed to add to like the complexity of the gameplay itself, would be having some sort of like hidden criteria you have to figure out or hide or etc.
Yeah, I've been following the league crafting channel where a lot of people have had a lot of really cool ideas for what could happen in Karlov Manor. Um, I want to say Markov so bad. I mean, it that sounds better, Markov Manor.
And the Markov Manor is a thing. Like the Markov Manor is like the bloodline of Markov. Like that's on Wizards for making them sound so similar.
Oh my gosh, is Sauron still stuck in that wall in Markov Manor? Did he ever get out of that wall?
I don't know.
I don't know
That's a
either.
great question. Um, I hope he did because uh, Raph kicked my butt with it this league. I hope he gets back in the wall.
Oh yeah, that was a good card back in Innistrad, or back in Khans of Tarkir. That Soren, that was a good one.
Put him back. I don't want to deal with him anymore.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they come up with for the murder mystery set, because there's been a lot of like, let's do clue stuff, or let's, someone's a murderer and someone's not. There's a lot of cool ideas floating around, and I think a lot of them do involve some type of hidden information. So yeah, I would love to see something like that happen. I'm not sure what it is. I feel like there's so many different ideas out there, and so many of them could work and be interesting.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I trust that the league committee will do a good job with it.
I'm gonna spring a question on you, Jack, because it's something I've been thinking about. We got a little bit of time left.
Okay.
And you're my martyr leader, so maybe depending on how uh great this conversation is. I mean, I might cut it if this is too juicy and too good. Mardu talk, but it's something no one's talking about. I almost posted about it in our clan today. I didn't. Um, so I'll just wanted to ask you, when do you think about pool swaps? Is that something that we should be thinking about? Because
Uh,
I don't think we've discussed it at all.
yeah, the morph thing in the league, right?
It's weird, right? It's like I'm 2-3, so I might be like, oh, I'm not doing well. Maybe I should try and swap. Right? We're at a point where we can. We're at 5 matches. I also don't hate my pool. Like I don't want to give it up really. Um, I don't know. What is your thought? Like when should we swap? When how I don't know. Well, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's tricky because um the league committee was very, they played it safe. So you have to be between 5 and 15 matches, and you have to swap with someone with your exact same record,
Yeah.
which makes it a lot more difficult to like actually find someone that's willing to switch with you.
hmm
Like I'm 4-1. There's not going to be a lot of other 4-1 people that actually want to trade pools with me in my league, right?
Yeah.
I'm already limited to 15 other people, and they have to have the same record as me, and it has to be in like weeks 1 through 3. So it's tricky to come up with like a good reason I'd actually want to trade pools. Um, I think that a lot of it will come down to like, oh, my pool is pretty heavy in these colors, but I want to play these colors. Like
Yeah.
if someone's got a super aggro Mardu deck that might be good, but they just like, it's not my playstyle. I don't want that. I think that's where we're gonna see a lot of the pool swaps coming in. Not necessarily for like strategic reasons or even because one pool is better than the other. I think it'll just be that one pool suits another person's playstyle better.
I like that answer because um, I think that's what it should be too. You know, and I, 'cause other than that, I don't know. Because like you said, it's like you got to find someone who wants to swap with you. So it's like not only do they not want to play their deck, but do they also want to have to play your deck at the same time?
Right.
Um,
And
I
you have
don't
to
know.
have the exact same record. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So you and Steve, you could swap before you play each other, and then Freaky Friday style, you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. I know on the last episode, Jordan said that he thought there was gonna be 2 pool swaps. I would actually put my money on one. I think there'll be one the whole league.
Yeah, I mean we'll see. Here's the thing. I'm thinking about it. I'm kind of thinking about it. Uh that's why I asked because I'm like, I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but at the same time, I just don't know. It's such a commitment to give up
Yeah.
everything I've worked so hard for. Or this 2-3 record I've worked so hard to build.
Yeah. Tell you what, when if we end at the same record in week 2, I will gladly swap pools with you. I
Oh my
love
God.
your
Oh man, I hope we don't end up with the same record in week 2. I mean, something's going real bad for you and real right for me.
It's true. I mean, you could go 5-0, 7-3, and I just go what, 3-2. It's possible, right?
You know what? I like that world. I like
Yeah,
that world. Although I haven't checked out your pool in a while, so I probably should if we're gonna think about it.
true. Yeah, for you non-Mardu clans, my pool is the best one in the league. Don't challenge me. I will run over anyone.
Hey, that's why he's 4-1. That's why he's the con, and that's why he's going to continue to be the con. Like you said, he beat Steve in the practice match. He's not scared. He's prepared. He's playing practices against the guys coming after him. Okay.
Yep, I will hang on to Con as long as possible.
Well, hey, and an extra $10 for winning. That's nice too. I mean, a nice little incentive there. And
True.
some extra points. 4 points for the clan, which I think we need them. So let's get them.
Absolutely.
Oh. Well, all right, Jack. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show, for being such a member of the community, and for being our Mardu Khan for kickoff of Khans of Tarkir League. I think you've been doing a great job. And this first week, you've helped me build my deck. I've seen you build tons of people's decks. I've seen you do tons of practices with people, congratulate people on wins, teaching people how to use the trackers, the pool bots. Thank you, so much for putting in so much effort. I know it's a lot. You're doing a great job.
Of course, I'm glad to have the support of you and the other Mardu members.
Right. Mardu for life. That's all I have to say. This is the Mardu Minute, and we'll be Mardu for the rest of our lives.
And we will ride you down.
We will ride you down. Until then. Love talking to Jack. I love serving Jack. Like I said, he has my heart, he has my soul, he has my deck. And yeah, I think he's doing a great job as the con. I hope he can defend his honor against Steve, but if he cannot, I look forward to Steve's rule. That's how it is. You kind of gotta let that guy step aside and let the new guy throw his weight around a little bit. And I can't wait to see the shakeups that happen. It's so cool. And I want to thank everyone that's been in our team server. I know all the servers are abuzz and going wild. New players are really coming out of their shells and talking about their decks and maybe asking for help. And we're getting lots of good deck building advice. And oh boy, our strategy is it's better than your strategy. Maybe, probably. That's all I'm going to say about it. And I hope everyone else is enjoying cons. I'm loving it. These team leagues are special. And I hope we don't have to wait, 1 to 2 years before we get the next one. Because they're just so good. And they're so fun. And oh my gosh. What a blast of enthusiasm everyone just seems to have right now. And I just love Cons. Cons is so good. It holds up. I don't care what you say. It's wonderful. Now, that's going to do it for this show this week. Until next time, I hope you get to keep a good 7, because that's what it's all about. And I hope that shuffler is in your favor, because if you're not getting to 5 or 6 lands, these games can be rough. I'll see you out there on the battlefield. Bye, everybody.